So it was at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Well, I am just puzzled about that.
I didn't. Did you hear of any problems, Dana? I didn't hear of any problems. Ann asked me because I watched just the last.
You know what? I fell asleep. I didn't hear of anything.
The Paul W. Smith Show, News Talk 760, WJR.
Good Wednesday morning to you. It is the middle of the week. Some people have a special feeling for the day that is called the middle of the week, Wednesday. Dana, you know what that is.
I almost forgot. It's hump day.
For God's sakes, don't forget.
I know.
Without a Wednesday,
What's
we can't have
happening?
a Friday.
That's right.
It's Wednesday, October 28th, the 302nd day of 2020 with 64 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. All righty. Here we are. World Series ended. I watched a total of about 3 minutes of the World Series last night, the first and last 3 minutes of the World Series that I watched, and I think it was plenty. Anyway, I got to see all of the cheering and the screaming and the celebrating and all of that stuff. So it was well worth it.
So the Dodgers beat the Tampa Bay Rays 3-1, and it was game number 6.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And it's been 32 years since the Dodgers had a World Series win. They haven't had one since 1988. Wow. And they had a great victory last night. I saw Magic Johnson standing tall and celebrating. He has ownership, I think, in the Dodgers, if I'm not mistaken. I may be. I think Joe Buck Jr. was the announcer. That's what I think. And it was interesting because he says he thinks of his dad all the time because his dad was a fabulous announcer. But he also put a shout out to Vin Scully, who he said at 92 was at home watching the game after retiring. So I thought that was a very nice thing, a nice little
nice touch.
Nice little touch. Anyway, the gang is here. There's Marie Osborne with us. I say there because the first 45 minutes of the show is on our social media platform, so you can see us and hear us. And by the way, tonight at 7:30, Mike Parsons, Rich Luzinski, and their team put all of us, the team of the radio station, together for War of the Worlds. H.G. Wells' tremendous presentation that Orson Welles put together as one of the actors and director of War of the Worlds. And we'll be doing that here on this platform, on the social media platforms tonight at 7:30. And we hope you can tune in and see that. But Marie Osborne is here. She has a role and does a fine job from what I was able to watch. It's kind of
I have more than one role, Paul. I have more than one role on that script, okay?
I did. I'm sorry. I was just about to explain it, and you already know, Marie. We can't watch it ourselves when we're doing it because of the limitation of how many people can be on the computer at the same time. So I'm the announcer. I do the first thing, and then I'm gone. And I can't watch because they need the space for everyone else. So I'm going to set up a second computer tonight and try to watch it and try to remember to turn that off when I have to do my middle announcement, which is just we're having intermission, and then turn it off again when I do the closing announcement. But anyway, so Marie has several roles in the production tonight.
Are you guys nervous?
Actors are very touchy. I am only nervous, technically nervous, meaning I don't want to have something screw up. Technically, going in and out of StreamYard, in and out, and all of that. I'm not the best at this stuff. You might have noticed. So that's the only thing I'm really nervous about. Are you nervous, Marie?
For the same reason that, will I miss a cue? Because, they are texting us when they want us to come back into the stream. So, you got to be on your toes. And so that I'm a little nervous about that. Yeah.
All right. Of course, Dana Clark is here with our WJR Traffic and Weather first. Brian Morton, pressing all the right buttons, usually watching the volume. And Kim is up and Adam, and our executive producer, Ann Thomas, who produces this show by the clock. And don't forget it, because the grandfather clock is right over her shoulder.
Good morning,
Annie,
everyone. Good morning, Deb.
good morning to you at 5:42 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by SafeExcavator.com. Call or click 811 before you dig. There's a lot of stuff underground you can't see, and every few minutes somebody digs into a line, pipe, cable, or wire. Don't be that person. Call or click 811 before you dig and visit SafeExcavator.com.
And as we check it here at 5:43, I've heard whispers of freezing temperatures coming up, snow possibly Sunday. So we always remember to blame the messenger. And speaking of messengers, let's check our WJR Traffic and Weather first, and Dana Clark.
We do have a disabled vehicle, Paul W. This is in St. Clair along 94 westbound at Wadhams Road. A wreck is blocking the right shoulder. 15-minute delay for trucks across the Blue Water Bridge westbound between Canada and the U.S. Now, WJR Weather first from the Weather Channel.
Real good looking morning, as this Wednesday is going to be sunny and chilly with a high of 53. We're getting better and we're getting there, but we're not there yet. Back to average. Overnight tonight, more clouds in 38. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high near 50 degrees. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagik on News Talk 760 WJR.
Is it just me, or did all of that go by very quickly?
Yeah, it went
It went
fast.
by very quickly.
Yeah.
So this will go the exact same length of time it always goes, this being a little taste of Mr. Limbaugh, who joins us Monday through Friday from noon to 3, keeping us informed and entertained. By the way, 40 degrees right now. But here's a little taste of Rush.
Even though they knew it was coming, and even though they knew they couldn't stop it, the Democrats are having a post-confirmation meltdown of epic proportions after Amy Coney Barrett was confirmed as the newest Supreme Court justice. Democrat Senate Minority Leader Chuck U. Schumer vowed revenge. He promised that the next time Democrats take control of the Senate, they're going to run roughshod over Republicans and make them regret confirming this justice. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi babbled about President Trump supposedly manipulating the Supreme Court and how it'll supposedly hurt big labor, LGBTQs, the environmentalist wackos, healthcare, abortion, voting rights, and all the other crap that they care about. AOC and Squad demanded that Democrats pack the Supreme Court by adding more extremist liberal justices. Now, somebody must have told Joe Biden what happened, because he mumbled something about rotating justices back and forth between the lower courts and the Supreme Court, a harebrained, idiotic notion that would never see the light of day in a sane world. But the day was full of delicious irony. It was Justice Clarence Thomas, the target of Joe Biden's high-tech lynching, who swore in now Justice Barrett at the White House ceremony. And Justice Barrett was confirmed and sworn in as a Supreme Court justice on Hillary Rodham Clinton's birthday, proving that Providence still looks favorably on America with a great big smile.
Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3 today, right here on WJR. For those of you who are part of Paul's pals, if you will, we borrowed the name from what we had before, who join us on our social media, we welcome you. You guys all kind of know each other. We have new ones come in from time to time. I haven't seen Paul Zippel before, but I might have missed you, Paul. I appreciate you being here with us. The rest of you get to know each other as regulars. Relentless Positive Radio, Robert McClellan, thanks for that mention. We appreciate it. But those of you who watch and listen, that today, Wednesday, is Wine Wednesday, when we all bring in a bottle of wine that we have discovered. Who has one that they'd like to go with? I've got mine, but I'm all ears to hear.
Riri, you go first.
I brought something for my family.
Go, girl.
It was the wine, of course.
Right.
So I have
You
a
know,
bottle.
did anyone tell Marie that we usually try to each finish our bottle of wine before the show
We
is
didn't
over?
tell her that.
Oh, I was going to say mine's already open.
Oh.
So this is a bottle of Mazzocco Sonoma Vino Rosso. That's California wine. And first of all, this is a great bottle of wine. Mazzocco Winery is really great. It's also happens to be my maiden name. So,
Oh, wow.
and
How cool.
these are not
Wow.
people that are related to us. We've been to this winery. It's a beautiful winery in Napa Valley, and this is just great wine. And so a lot of times when nieces and nephews get married, we actually at one time my brothers made wine for everybody's wedding, but now the kids always have to have Mazzocco wine at all the tables when they get married.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
You have to hold it up.
Oh, I have to hold it up here.
Yes.
Yeah, get it close to the camera so we
close.
can see the label.
And how much is it?
Oh, you wanted to know a price?
Well, kind
You
of.
know, I think it's
You
like
can.
12 to
Oh.
maybe 15 to $20, something in that. It might even
Perfect.
be more, like a $20.
Okay.
This is about a $20 bottle of wine.
Okay.
Let me just say this. John does not scoff if I say, could you grab a bottle of the Mazzocco wine? Because if it's too expensive, he'll say, well, maybe we should save. That's what he always says. Maybe we should save that bottle.
Special occasions.
Right?
I like it.
Yeah.
Very
Good
nice.
job. Good
All
job.
right.
Paul W.
Me?
Mhm.
This one is very unusual, and this goes from going out shopping with Sophie, the vegan, because we went to that health food store. What's it called? The big one I can never remember.
Whole Foods?
Whole Food.
Yeah.
What is it?
Isn't it
Whole
Better
Foods?
Health? Better
Oh.
Health?
Better Health. Better
Oh,
Health.
okay.
Whole Foods I can remember. For whatever
Okay.
reason, Better Health doesn't easily come to mind. But anyway, the wine I had last week was from there, and it was fabulous, and it was about $14. This probably was in the same price range, maybe not even that expensive, might have been less, but it's very unusual in that it's called
Oh,
Our Daily Red.
like that.
And,
Nice.
it's a
Love
little
the bottle.
kind of interesting bottle, right?
Yes,
The
yes.
reason I grabbed this was it's
You're
organic.
hearing the Paul W. Smith Show.
Oh.
News Talk 760
It doesn't
WJR.
have any, well, welcome back at 5:49 on WJR. We were talking about wine being Wine Wednesday, and I had a bottle called Our Daily Red, a red blend from California, and it's a USDA organic, and they do everything they can to keep out the it's no detectable sulfites.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason
Oh.
I brought that up is for some people, sulfites are why they can't drink wine.
Mm-hmm.
So this has no detectable sulfites. It is gluten-free and gets Sophie's blessing. I mean, that blessing in that way. It's vegan is the
Mhm.
point. So anyway, that's
What's the
just
name again, Deb?
Better Health. Okay.
Our Daily Red blend from Better Health. I have no idea if it's any good.
Mm-hmm.
I have not tried it yet, but I thought for people who try to avoid sulfites. We'll get back to the wines in a minute, but today is National Chocolate Day,
Oh, wow.
Yay.
and
Okay.
there are many specific chocolate days celebrations, if you will, out there. And Kim has put together a quiz for us regarding National Chocolate Day. So, question number one to one and all. What are America's most popular Halloween candies?
Oh, this is
Give me
fun.
just one or two of them, and we'll start with
Reese's.
Ann Thomas.
Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Well, that's what I would say. I
Yeah.
would say absolutely Reese's, the Reese's peanut butter cups.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go Snickers.
Mm,
That's my favorite, so I'll just say that.
Okay.
And I go
Snickers.
Reese's as well.
All right. Can you get a second one?
Maybe
If you-
Kit Kat after that.
Mm-hmm. That's
All right.
a good one.
I would
Wait.
like to say M&M's.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Ann
that's
is
a good one.
absolutely right with both. And I think you all went with Reese's peanut butter cups as well, or at least Dana, I know, or Marie, you did, followed by M&M's. So the two most popular Halloween candies, Reese's peanut butter cups and M&M's. You know, that's good if you can put them in little individual bags this time. You know, you might just put 2 of those things in a little bag and let them take them individually, not digging into the bowl with their hands, spreading COVID. If you worry about stuff like that,
I was thinking maybe you could put out like a table, like a card table,
and put the little individual plastic bags.
and put a nice sign and say, "Happy Halloween, please take one."
And then put a camera there and send
Right.
it to America's Funniest Home Videos when that one kid comes up and takes all of them, which happened to us one year,
Yes.
several years ago in Grosse Pointe. I remember talking about
I
it.
remember this.
Huge bowl of candy. This is great. This is going to be great. And we were on the Honor Society because we had to go somewhere, and we found out like the first person that came cleared out the bowl. That's bad. Question number 2, not including this last week of October, which week is the most chocolate sold in America? Which week do we find the most chocolate sold in America? Marie.
Valentine's Day week, the February
Dana?
14th is.
Dana?
I'm gonna go Christmas week. That's
Annie?
a stretch, but
Valentine's.
Believe it or not, according to Kim and her research in our pop quiz, the week leading up to Easter.
oh, forgot about Easter.
That
Yes,
makes sense.
I still am traumatized from eating the ears off the chocolate. What? Huh? Question number 3. What is the most popular food to cover in chocolate?
Oh,
The most
Wait.
popular food to cover in
Gotcha. Popular
what I
food to
mean?
cover.
I would like
Yeah.
to say be my favorite, cherries.
I
Oh,
love cherries. I
chocolate
don't know if
cherries.
I've ever had. Well, sure, I've had chocolates, but cordials, cherry cordials, they've been called. But yeah, chocolate covered cherries. Anybody else?
Strawberries.
that's what I was gonna say, Marie.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Dana.
That's okay. I'm
Dana,
gonna
Two votes for strawberries.
Dana
vote
and
for-
Marie, you're absolutely
vote.
right.
Okay.
Strawberries, the most popular food to cover in chocolates. I see strawberries. I see like if there's a chocolate fountain,
hmm
you know, where I've seen those. I haven't seen anything lately because now they're all disease spreaders. But anyway, life has changed. But I see, you know, sticking the strawberry under the chocolate thing. That's what I remember. Finally, question number 4. What do 80% of us do? What do 80% of parents admit to doing after they take their children trick or treating?
Eating the candy.
Totally correct.
I was going to say pretending to check it and then eating it.
Yeah, right. We're doing our duty as parents. We're checking it,
Right.
and there's one for the child, and
Right. Make sure
so
this is
80% of parents say they eat the candy when the kids go to sleep.
okay.
Come on, kids, time for bed. Oh, wait a minute, we never go to bed this early. Come on now, time to go to bed.
But it's only 7:00.
I don't know why I am so chicken sandwiched. I'm not sick of them. I just am. I think about these chicken sandwiches all the time. It's kind of an obsession.
I think it's your favorite thing.
Well, I love chicken, first of all, and I love a good chicken sandwich. It all started with Chick-fil-A, and then to me, they were blown out of the water, but I didn't put the right sauce on. I've later learned that they have all these sauces available now that I didn't even know they had, because mine was dry with pickles, and I thought, this is all right, but this is nothing to go crazy about or stand in line for. Then I had the Wendy's chicken sandwich. No, not the Wendy's, the Popeyes chicken sandwich, which was out of this world, but not worth the horrible experience it was to get it. This is my memory now. I did it maybe twice and loved them. But now Wendy's has a new classic chicken sandwich, and they are literally giving them away.
Oh,
For
wow.
the next 2 weeks, apparently. After releasing the classic chicken sandwich last week, the fast food chain has announced that people can get it for free for the next 2 weeks, running through November 8th. Now, in order to get the free classic chicken sandwich, fans just have to make any purchase through the Wendy's mobile app or at the restaurant. Wow. Those who purchase the new chicken sandwich are eligible to get 2 free sandwiches, one each week, for the 2 weeks of the promotion. And I got to tell you, just as chicken sandwiches go,
Looks tasty.
It's a pretty good-looking chicken sandwich, if you ask me, and I will be trying that out.
You'll check it out.
5:57 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by SafeExcavator.com. Call or click 811 before you dig. There's a lot of stuff underground you can't see, and every few minutes somebody digs into a line, pipe, cable, or wire. Don't be that person. Call or click 811 before you dig and visit SafeExcavator.com.
Don't forget, chocolate, when eaten in moderation, can, among other things, lower blood pressure. So it's really a very healthy, dark chocolate especially, very, very healthy thing to enjoy on this National Chocolate Day as we approach 5:58 in our WJR Traffic and Weather First, and Dana Clark.
Traffic First sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. Also sponsored by Gordon Chevrolet is back selling the hottest vehicles in town. Pull ahead your lease. Take advantage of 0 interest for up to 84 months. Or sign and drive lease program. Open special hours is Saturday 9 to 3 Ford Road, just west of Merriman in Garden City. GordonChevrolet.com. Gordon Chevrolet, find new roads. Disabled vehicle along 94 westbound at Wadhams. It is blocking the right shoulder. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Shelving.com. Michigan family business Shelving.com turned 60 this month. To celebrate, they're extending their anniversary giveaway, now offering $10,000 worth of durable wire shelving, rivet shelving, or Unirack pallet racking to one Michigan business. Visit Shelving.com to apply by November 13th. That's Shelving.com. We rack your world. Finally, drying out from all that rain yesterday, cloudy skies, 40 degrees, a little bit warmer today, and some peaks of sunshine, a high of 52. I'm Dana Clark, WJR News, with Marie Osborne in 1 minute.
Hey, Annie.
Yes, sir.
The 26th came and went, and I never heard what the Anderson Economic Group came up with their pocketbook prediction.
Patrick's coming on tomorrow.
Okay.
This is kind of interesting. We'll have to ask him why. For a quote variety of reasons, they postponed their announcement until tomorrow.
Really?
So I don't know what that means. They didn't tell me, but I said, okay, well, are you able to come on Thursday? And they said, yes, we are able to come on Thursday. So
I wonder if it has anything at all to do with the 60 million or however many, is it 70 yet million people that have already voted? I don't know.
I don't know either. It's I just saw this morning, it's like half of the number of people that voted in 2016 have now already voted this year. It's a huge number.
It's huge. It's a huge effect.
Yeah, big effect. So maybe that's a good question to ask. Could it be something to do with the market? Like David Sowerby was saying yesterday, market and the election are tied together. There's a lot that goes on with that. I don't know. Dana, what's your wine?
Oh, my wine is, I had to, trying to keep up with you lushes. I'm running out of wine.
Wow.
That was harsh.
Okay.
That hurt.
That was harsh.
That hurt. That's going to leave a scar. Okay, so this is a wine that someone gave me, Stella Rosa. It's like a
I've heard
dinner after dessert wine. I like the bottle because it's really cool. Can you see that? Like it's like a crown, crown right there. But it says it's semi-sweet and low alcohol. Why would you want that? Great wine, sparkling specialty with natural flavors. So I need to try it. I've had it a couple years, and it's called Stella Rosa Black Lux. So
good.
Yes, it looks very tasty.
Mine is my favorite.
Oh, yes. Santa
Margarita. Pinot
Yes, I
Grigio.
still have to get it.
You love
Ice-
that Pinot
ice
Grigio.
cold. But I really like this one the best. Santa
Because-
Margarita.
Yes.
Santa
yes, I have
Margarita
to
Pinot
get that.
Grigio. I
Pinot
see
Grigio.
you just took it out of the refrigerator too. I
Mhm.
can see it's cold.
Ice cold is the best way to have this.
And then, so what does that cost about? Do you think? Do you know?
Well, it can get a little bit expensive, but at Costco, it's around $18 to $20 a bottle.
Okay. I'm going to get it from Costco.
What
I would
about
go to
your Cost Plus or Wine Plus or?
I don't know if they carry this.
Ah.
Usually, Costco has the really good price on this. You know,
Mhm.
Costco's got some really.
Oh, yeah.
Costco's got great wine and great prices. And I told the
Yes.
story before, but I'll tell it every time I get a chance because people tune in and tune out and all of that. Remember Eddie Jonah, merchant of vino, wonderful guy. I got
Great
a lot of
guy.
stories. Great guy still. And his boys, his kids, run the plum market.
Oh.
So they've done a great job. Anyway, Eddie said to me a long time ago, I'm sure glad I'm out of the wine business now. What do you mean? He said, because Costco
Mhm.
can sell wine for less than he could get at wholesale.
Wow.
Wow.
Now imagine being in a business going up against a behemoth like Costco,
Mhm.
knowing that they sell their product for less than you can buy it for because they buy this wine by the trainload.
Mhm.
They buy it for however many Costcos there are. So
Mhm.
they get unbelievable deals. So it made it very, very tough. Here's what you get though when you go to your little wine store, like the Eddie Jonah's. It wasn't a little wine store, but they had a lot of wine and they were really good. But you get the customer service,
Which is nice.
It's nice to pick up a bottle in a store like that, or any of these wonderful small wine stores, like Merchant of Vino, which became very big. But you hold the wine, and there's somebody there that can say to you, "That's really good with red meats and whatever." That's a little heavy. If you like heavy, that's good. Or here's another one over here that's actually a little better in my taste, and it costs a little less. I mean, you don't get the service.
No, it's different.
So
It's like that at Cost Plus too. There's a back room tasting room.
Is there?
Oh.
So they help you like that.
It's really pretty fun.
There's a. I swear to you, the last of the, and I apologize for any of the other ones that are out there, but when I was just saying this about the service, it made me think of that Lansing clothing store.
Yes.
Kazacek's. Kazacek's is like going back in time. You walk in, and there's people there. There are people there to wait on you.
That's nice.
And they know what's in the store, and they make suggestions. And it's amazing. I've forgotten what that's like.
They probably know what looks good on you too.
They have suggestions. They kind of size you up when you walk in, and they say, you might like this.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
And it's like, well, how did he know I might like that? Well, you're wearing something when you walk into the store, so they make some assumptions. But it's a the simple thing. I haven't bought a lot of stuff there, but I bought jeans there, and they just now automatically know they have to hem them to, I think, a 32-inch length.
Oh wow, that's great.
And it's like, I've never had hemmed jeans before. I'd either walk around with them too short or too long. But it's. I hope we never lose these stores. And now more than ever, we have to go out of our way to support them. And I'm not suggesting not to support the Costcos of the world. I love Costco. You know that.
Yes.
But these individual stores with the kind of individual service you can't get in a big box store, I hope they stay around forever. Hope, 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 hope.
That's a good point.
On this day in history, 1858, Roland Hussey Macy opened his first New York store, 6th Avenue and 14th Street in Manhattan. I used to work on 6th Avenue at WABC, not downtown 14th Street, but up quite a bit, like at 54th Street. But I did read that Macy's, for the first time since he's been around, when he started Macy's in 1858 there in New York, the first time that they're not planning on having a Santa Claus.
Oh,
at Macy's.
Yes, I saw
That's
that
right.
too.
Yep.
So
It kind of makes sense.
right.
Well, it
No
makes a
kitties
lot of
on
sense.
Santa's
Yeah.
lap. Yeah.
Yeah. And the Statue of Liberty on this day in 1886 was dedicated in New York's harbor by President Grover Cleveland. The gift from France. I do believe it's the last thing they've ever given us.
That was
Oh,
a
no.
big gift.
No, they gave us American fries.
That's right. And she's still looking good. Statue
Yeah.
of Liberty.
Yeah, and believe me, a couple of times I've seen her. You have to watch carefully. She goes,
Don't.
Is she wearing a mask right now?
She should be.
I could. Oh, I hurt myself with my Michigan ring hitting my head, which would make Michigan State and Ohio State fans very happy to hear.
My mom always talks about seeing that Statue of Liberty when she came to America. My mother came, on a boat, and she talks about how the word went out on the decks. Now you can see the statue, and everybody ran up, and everybody's standing on the deck. It was a very cool story.
What a moment that was!
The Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
Good Wednesday morning to you. It is October 28th, the 302nd day of 2020. There are 64 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. Ooh, the gift is waking up with you, and we all take it very seriously. We enjoy being with you. Marie Osborne handling our news duties. And for Dick, thank you, Marie.
Good morning.
Dana Clark is here with our traffic and weather first, and a thought or two, an opinion, a movie, a restaurant, whatever.
It's
review.
hump day.
Almost forgot that it is indeed hump day, but I'll never get away with that.
Oh, Paul W. And happy anniversary to Brian and Bev. 20 years today. Checked it out on his Instagram post. So,
And there's somebody else who has an anniversary today too.
who?
Marie Osborne.
Marie
and John Osborne.
Oh, happy
Oh, my
anniversary,
gosh.
Marie and John. Why didn't you tell us?
Yeah, Marie. Come
Yeah,
on.
after all these years, we.
How many
don't
years?
say that.
How many years?
Do I have to say how many years?
Yes.
Yes.
42 years.
No.
What?
You're too young for that.
Wow.
Tell me,
Wonderful.
can you imagine my parents allowing me to get married at 12?
I know.
I can't imagine in an Italian family like that.
Oh,
Wait
happy
a minute. Is
anniversary.
John Italian?
No.
I can only imagine what that was like
Oh,
when you
that
brought him
was-
home.
Yeah. There's many things I could tell you. Yeah. But my parents loved him from the first time they met him. So that was
Well,
a big
that's a
thing.
blessing. That is
Yeah.
a blessing.
Wonderful.
Well, I loved
Happy
him the first
anniversary.
time I met him too, but
Yeah,
it
me
didn't
too.
matter
I
as
agree
much
with
as
that.
your parents loving him. We'll take that 42 years and turn it to 24, and my goddaughter, Julia Humany, is 24 today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to her, and a happy anniversary to Brian and Bev,
Yes.
Marie and John, and to anybody else celebrating their anniversary. Happy anniversary, and also happy birthday if it's yours. By the way, this is a pretty good idea that Kim has suggested when we were talking about kids not going trick-or-treating or doing whatever they do, and how Easter was a big chocolate time. She said if Jamie and Natalie were still little and trick-or-treating, I would treat Halloween like Easter this year and hide candy all over the house.
Very
Good
cute.
idea.
Not a bad idea.
Good idea.
Great idea.
Very good idea.
Hide candy around the house and let the kids find it.
Mhm.
Wonderful idea.
And for Sophie and Adam and Natalie and Jamie. So actually, we might still do that,
Right. Why not?
And then we can't invite them over to the house. So we say we hid candy in the house. One day you'll come and find it if we haven't already found it and eaten it ourselves. I got a serious note here. B flat.
Hmm?
I got a serious note here.
Oh,
Okay.
I got it. I caught it.
Who's up and who's not? I hadn't planned on doing that, but it just
We
happened.
were ignoring it.
Oh, thank you. I am with family. This is a serious note. Colon cancer screening should start at 45,
Mhm.
not 50. And we know stories
Mhm.
all around us of people who have found out they had colon cancer much sooner than 50. And so I wondered aloud here once, well, why don't we start screening earlier? And they are now suggesting that you do that. I hope that means your insurance company will indeed pay for it, because
They are changing that, Paul. They are changing that, the insurance rules.
Oh, good, because it's important for people to do it. You know, that colon cancer is a very curable cancer if found early, which is why we push the colonoscopy so much. We've had my doctor on who gave me a couple of colonoscopies over the years. It's so important, and it's got such a bad reputation, and it shouldn't. Yes, the preparation sucks. I mean, there's no question about it. The preparation is annoying, but for the kind of peace of mind of finding out you don't have cancer is well worth it. So talk to your doctor. If you've never had a colonoscopy, you can start now at 45. And there's something about African Americans. It's even, I don't know if they said even earlier, but the task force highlighted the fact that Black Americans are more likely to develop and to die from colorectal cancer than other racial and ethnic groups. Now, I don't know if that's because they don't get tested, or they just have some congenital reason for it being worse. I don't have the answer to that. I haven't read the whole study.
Well, Dana, who was the actor Boseman?
Chadwick Boseman.
Boseman, you know, he died of colon cancer, and he was
very young,
in his 40s. And of course, Jamie Samuelson, who we all know.
Of Jamie also as being, you know, these are people
he was under 50.
Yeah.
Yep. Go get screened.
So this is why we need to make sure we do that. I bet none of you watched Tony Bobulinski last night on the Tucker Carlson show. Tony Bobulinski was the business partner of the Biden family. This would be, if this were a Trump story, it would be headlines everywhere all the time. But the people who need and want to get rid of Trump will ride Joe Biden into the White House, regardless of what he has done, because they know he's not going to be in that position very long. But it was fascinating and worth checking out, and would be a big story if it weren't for, you know, something that they think would help Donald Trump. It's just a fascinating story. And this guy, I believe him when I was watching him talk about meeting with them and all that, because it goes back to the real estate story I talked about months ago. If they're willing to cheat on a real estate story in Philadelphia, and I called and spoke to the broker again, if they're willing to cheat on real estate in Philadelphia, and it was a family event, it was Joe Biden, Jim Biden, and Hunter Biden. Apparently they do everything together as a business. If they would do that, then of course they would do these things that they're being charged with that nobody seems to care about. Just about 6:15 on WJR.
This report is sponsored by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. When a train hits a vehicle at a railway crossing, the results are often deadly. Be cautious at crossings, and if the signals are going, don't be tempted to try and sneak across the tracks. Even if you don't see a train, stop. Trains can't. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
And at 6:15, we check it. Our WJR Traffic and Weather first, the one and only Miss Dana Clark.
Traffic First, sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. Disabled vehicle 94 westbound at Wadhams. It is blocking the right shoulder. A slow ride along 94 eastbound between Rotunda and Michigan Avenue. Now, WJR Weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Marathon. No matter where your travels take you, Marathon can improve your engine performance with quality top-tier gasoline. Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
Finally, a little bit more clear sky and sunshine in the forecast. Nice looking day today, but still a little cool and cold this morning. This afternoon, 53. Tonight, we'll see clouds back in 38. Thursday, mostly cloudy with a high near 50. From a Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick on News Talk 760 WJR.